I'm leaving this party now.
Oh, Mabby. Come on. We got a chance to do some good.
It is too dangerous to have a companion who I do not trust.
Won't you at least stick around for the old folks home, make sure everything here in town is safe?
Okay, roll loyalty, which is +2.
I reach over and like start plucking his guitar strings while he's talking.
He's just like, I'm sorry. I will play the music tonight so that you may have your discounted price room. But I will be taking my own suite, and in the morning I will not be joining you.
But Mobby, it's just an old man.
Well, Mobby,
like,
And he's like, I am a minstrel, and so I know the tales of great magic casters like Old Man Jatambe from Osirian, or Nethes. Plenty of old men are still quite dangerous.
And he looks back over and I'm like, just an old man, you can come along.
Any old man with the testicular fortitude to consume rats is probably more than he appears to be.
Or he could just be a poor old sod and needs a little bit of our charity. Why would you besmirch him so, Mobby?
He just goes back to playing in the corner. He's probably playing Journey, Don't Stop Believing. But he's
Don't stop.
No, he's not playing it like that. He's playing it like William Shatner style. So he's like,
Don't stop.
don't stop
Believing. I'm
believing.
holding on to a feeling.
Yeah, he's singing it
Don't
like,
stop believing.
if you've ever heard the William Shatner
Hold
doing
on to
Captain
that.
Kirk poetry jams, yeah, it's like that. All the hipsters are like exploding. They're like, holy shit, this Mobby guy's the greatest. I can't believe I've ever heard from him before. That's why I like him. And yeah, the second guy's like, that's why I like him so much. He isn't big yet. He hasn't sold out to the Bard system, man. Those Bardic colleges control everything.
Yeah, if I had a magic stone to one of those bard colleges right now, I'd give him an earful.
Well,
I will pull out
Please.
my card that certifies me as the Bard, having graduated from Bard College,
Yep.
and show it to Peronin. Here. Will this help?
You're literally the only bard in the world. Everyone else is a minstrel or a trickster or a song stealer.
Wait, what did he have? What were you
He has an
having? Sorry.
official
My
card naming him
diploma
as the
from
bard.
Bard College.
he is the bard.
Yes.
Because I'm the Bard.
His family
Oh, wow.
has controlled the Bard College for generations.
I'm like, oh, impressive. You know, you people should support more liberal arts, you know? You're so mainstream.
Yes, I know my family has been a bit repressive with the ancient lore, and, you know, that's kind of been a Frederick William Mayfield the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th thing. But, you know, I'm working to change that.
Oh, you're going to be the different one, huh?
Yeah.
Alternative music is worth listening to.
I was referring more to the ancient knowledges that we have kept secret for so
Oh, those
long.
are good too, but, you know, I have some really old LPs that you should check out later.
Really? How old? I'd probably enjoy that.
Very old.
Something from the old days.
Wow.
Trip down memory lane.
I was simply offering you this as a tool, because I don't have a magic stone to give you. But I have this. So,
Are you just like handing it to keep?
no, I'm just showing it to you.
Okay, yeah. No. So I check it out. Like,
But you wanted some magic stone to go give him a piece of your mind. I don't know if this will help you to say, look, he's a certifiable the Bard.
no, it's fine, Sonny. I just need to keep myself from getting too riled up.
Hmm.
You know, start spraying magic in people's faces if I get upset sometimes, you know. I have
Well-
irritable bowel syndrome, you know, so it's like something else starts irritating me and then it's double irritation.
You know,
Well,
speaking
that
of
in
that,
mind.
speaking of that, maybe we should take a little bit of a rest for the day. I think people are getting a little bit excited.
A rest?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about going out for a jog.
Yes, I have to go work on my legs. Leg day. And all that.
Yes, that sounds good. I'm just, before anybody else wants to start murdering prone, just saying, maybe we should, retire from this area and. I just sort of walk out of the room. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say what I want to say.
What are you're walking out of the room, like out the front door?
Like, yeah, walking outside, like, this is. I'm not gonna say it. I'm walking out. You guys, I'm just gonna stand outside, do a little my daily practices. Gotta keep up. It's not leg day; it's spear day.
Beer day.
Spear day, but beer
Oh.
day is also good.
All right. So is everyone just like mellowing around, or
So are we taking the
long rest?
skip to the next day move, long rest?
Basically, yeah. I was still sick from the poison, and
Me too.
and yeah, we were both. We needed another day of rest to get over that, so we wanted to do that.
All right. Under the tending of a healer, which would be Peronin, you successfully overcome your disabilities, or whatever they're called. Debilities?
Yeah, I make like an herb tea with like lemon and honey, and I do like a nice bandage on his like wrap his bruises and scrapes and wounds.
All right. You guys recover all hit points. In the morning, the innkeeper's like, all right, now, if you want breakfast here, you're going to have to pay full price for it. The minstrel said you're not on his tab anymore.
That's understandable.
I'm like, I have breakfast from yesterday, and I start eating it out of the pouch.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Barkeep, whose name I can't remember.
I never even asked.
He's like, just remember, if you need any work done, you can come back here. Men always need other men killed. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly,
like,
exactly.
Red is squinting at him.
Allegedly.
He just says, he looks directly at you, it just says, allegedly.
Allegedly.
The magic word.
Allegedly. Yeah. I think we should head out of here and go check on that lady we've been meaning to check up on for a few days.
Talking about that strange woman that tried to steal the corpse right out from under us just as soon as I killed that man.
Corpse thief?
Oh, no,
That's what I thought.
She was a priest. I checked. It's okay. Don't worry. Everything's fine about that. She's just, may not have had the best method of acquiring said corpse, but she's still a priest. Seemed fine.
I don't know. Depends of a priest of who,
Callistra.
Oh, well.
She didn't strike me as a necrophiliac, so it's probably fine. Anyway, so how about that old people home?
Yes, I think it's high time we get out of this town. We've not been the most... Well, they haven't been the most accommodating to us. So...
How rude.
Yeah, well, sometimes you get what you pay for, and sometimes you don't, sadly.
I'm always ready to move on to the next place.
Gotta say, Freddie, you should really travel outside Taldor after all is over. See the world, Really open your eyes to.
I love that you called him Freddy.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's
He
right,
doesn't realize
Freddy.
you're talking to him when you say that. So
That's Lord William Mayfield the 14th to you, sir.
I've called him F-14, Fred, Freddy.
F-14
Yeah,
is
but
my new favorite.
F-14 sounds awesome.
guess
Burning
what?
across the
I
skies.
am F-14. Fired.
When I heard F-14, I assumed it was an aircraft capable of
yeah.
shooting missiles from the sky.
Yeah.
I've called him.
And he's gonna make me hard. I don't think an airplane is soft.
Yep, I've already made you an airplane. I finished that bond.
Finish
I
that
just
bond.
realized how sexual that band sounds. That's really awkward.
Really? Really? Just now?
Just now?
You watched Dark Heresy, man.
I just caught that when I
You
said
watched
it,
Dark
like,
Heresy, where every week Jeff is like,
Make you so hard.
Fricks, you're soft, but I will make you hard. And he's like,
really
don't worry,
just-
Jeff, I'm so hard right now.
Did
Eli.
DJ Wheat not get it either?
The terrors of the
got it.
warp. And Eli's like, I think Fricks was standing over my bed, talking about my mom or something. The terrors of the warp.
Oh,
That Dark Heresy game was awesome, man.
they were supposed to bring it back, and
No,
then
they
got
canceled it.
canceled.
They
I
canceled.
know. I saw the Let's Talk.
I didn't. I just saw the Reddit that said it was canceled, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, there was a Reddit too.
It's been canceled for about a year, for real. It might have been a year and a half since they had a show, but it's definitely been gone for about a year.
Mm.
All right. So,
Anyway. I think we should leave and find our missing retiree in his retirement home and check up on him.
I'm game.
Let's go.
okay, so you're going to the Mother's Care Home for Invalids?
Yes.
So, when you come to the Mother's Care Home for Invalids, it looks like someone has attempted to make the place look like it's well cared for, but
But it's not.
the grass outside is longer than it should be. It looks like someone cut part of it and then stopped. Instead of like cleaning the outside of the building, they just paint over it every once in a while, and you can like see where patches of paint have fallen off, and like whatever was underneath is still dirty. Across the street, there's a woman that's just like sitting on a barrel watching the front door of the Mother's Care Home for Invalids.
Okay, I'm very suspicious of that, and I'm also like, this has happened before, Arthur, so I'm very just on edge and making sure that I'm not actually being taken to some sort of asylum.
All these adventures you met were actually hired by your grandchildren.
Yeah, it's happened, so
Come on
Just
now,
These things
guys.
happen from time to time.
You should ask them if they're a cop. They have to tell you if they're
you have
a
to
cop.
tell me if you're a cop, man.
What was that
Are you
from?
not-
I
That's from so many things, man.
Yeah, everything.
Probably the one that people remember most is the Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio cop movie from Boston.
I don't know.
What was it called?
Departed.
Departed, yeah.
Or
Are
Infernal
you a cop?
Affairs.
You have to tell me if you're a cop. And Leonardo DiCaprio's like, I'm not a fucking cop. You a cop? Are you a fucking cop?
Originally, Infernal Affairs, a trilogy.
I want to point out that in that movie, fucking the Baldwin just completely destroyed that performance.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the few
Baldwin.
times.
The Baldwin.
Whichever
Yeah.
one it was.
Yeah.
No, it's the Baldwin. It was Red
The Baldwin.
October, man. There's only one actual Baldwin.
It was great. It's one of the few times where they take a Hollywood remake of an Asian movie and it's like better. Like, wow, that was impressive.
Listen,
Then
there are
again, they
many
had
Sheens.
awesome.
But after Mass Effect 2, there was only one Sheen, and that's the elusive man. All right, so what do you guys want to do here? I think Peronin probably slows a little bit and is looking suspiciously at the building.
And yeah, oh yeah, by the way, when I wake up, I kind of put some stuff on my spear.
So what move is this that you've taken?
Poisoner.
Where did
and
you get these poisons?
I am proficient in the use of Bloodweed. Which deals D4 ongoing damage until cured.
So you've taken the thief move, Poisoner.
Yeah. So just keeps bleeding until you do something about it.
Red's only thought about this building is that this can't possibly be up to code.
Like, man, this doesn't look like a place to put. Oh, okay. I would actually put my dad in here. I'd put him in a worse place actually. But yeah, this doesn't really seem like a nice place to put your folks.
I'm just like, yeah, definitely wouldn't be anywhere I'd want to be.
Well,
You're
with
right
your
back.
help,
Maybe I'll wait outside.
well, we might need your help in there if there's something is wrong.
Oh, okay.
We're just checking on the health of a retiree. We're not.
They're making
We're not-
sure
we don't-
she's still there and still alive, basically.
His friends seem to be in some sort of peril
Exactly.
All right, let's do it then. And I
at
walk
some
forward.
place called Tristeza House.
Yeah, the other end of the forest. So, the woman sitting on the barrel, is that like an old woman who looks
No,
like
it's a
she's...
young woman, actually. She seems to be in late 20s.
Maybe like somebody making sure nobody leaves. Wanders off.
All right,
Good
so I will wander
Good-
up to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Hello!
Walk over.
Hi, how you doing?
She looks over at you and says,
Okay.
I am fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Is something bothering you, miss?
Yes. No need to worry yourself, however.
There might be, depending on what it is.
So she takes a deep breath and is like, are you sure you want to hear this? Every single other person I've told in this town doesn't care. It's like
We're good
they're
people.
all... They have nothing left.
We're good
Well, that's
people.
weird.
Despite what Mobby says, even Peronin here is a good person.
She's like, well, I'm afraid I can't tell you, even if you are good people. What I really need is some sort of heroes or adventurers.
Well,
I like point
We're
at the
here to
fact
meet
that
an
I'm wearing
adventurer.
armor and carrying a shield and a spear and
So, yeah, like she finally looks over at you and she's like, oh, you might be exactly what I need. Let me tell you my incredibly sad tale. My name is Murrah Bowles, and I'm here for my father, Mr. Bowles. I brought my father here because the new owner promised good care. After he took over, everything was clean and bright, and father seemed happy. Then the staff stopped allowing visitors. Instead of proper food, they served gruel and water. Father said that they occasionally had dead rats. Father was old, but he wasn't sickly, yet he passed on quickly after we brought him here. She looks up with bitter tears welling in her eyes. If you have any loved ones in here, you have to get them out. Don't let them suffer and die in there like my father did.
seems like rather piss poor management.
Whenever I try to go inside, the staff kicks me out. I'm just not strong enough to stand against them. And whenever I speak with anyone in there, they simply don't care.
so what do you seek from inside if you tried to go in and your father is no more?
I have been trying to warn anyone who comes here not to leave their old ones here. I assume you're bringing your grandfather.
No, actually, no.
No.
We were coming to visit somebody. We hope she's still okay. I don't suppose you happen to know her. Her name is somebody that came up about
Durham
2 months ago.
Fozimuth?
Yes.
She says, yes, I thought Mr. Fozimuth was a man, but I could be wrong. It's been some time since I've seen him. I've heard rumors that the staff feeds him from his bedside. He's gotten very sick lately.
We should go check up on him and make sure everything's okay. We promised his friends we'd do that. So
Yes.
they won't. They're not going to stop us from seeing him. I don't care about. I'm like, poor management. If indeed this place looks like, well, to
Mismanaged.
be honest, crap. Well, I suppose that mismanagement seems a little bit too polite to say about this place.
I
I'm
don't
gonna-
take kindly to the mistreatment of the elderly.
Exactly.
Well, it's a good thing we brought you with us.
Yes,
I'm just going to start storming off in there.
Come
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, we
Let's
stomp
go tell
over
them
there.
what's what.
Do you have a
We-
cane, Peronin?
So we get on our high horses and walk across the street.
Yeah.
Do you have a cane or some kind of stick or staff?
No, I don't have a staff.
Okay. Then Frederick William Mayfield the 14th is going to go try and find you a broken branch or something so you can, oh, yes, back in my day, do the old man
Nice.
cane waving thing. He's going to find you
Wave
a
at
stick
people
to
that
wave.
I need
Yeah.
wavings.
You know, I'm older than him, and I could whip my spear. But yeah, well, anyway.
He needs all the help he can get. I mean, he's eating rats for crying out loud.
Yeah, we go up to the door of the old folks home or whatever the hell it is.
Home for invalids. It sounds
Invalids. Yeah, and start banging
really
on the door.
Okay. After a few minutes, a man opens the door and says, yes, hello, what do you need?
Turn Fozimuth.
I'm afraid that we aren't accepting visitors right now. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Is there a
how about
reason you're
no?
not accepting visitors?
Company policy.
This is a retirement home, not a prison, is it not?
Company policy.
Right,
well, Again, what company does not allow the loved ones of the
The
loved
elderly.
ones?
This guy just rolls his eyes and he's like, all right, you're going to have to talk to management.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just don't care.
sure.
So he opens the double doors wide, and you see a long, like, visiting area with 6 tables and numerous chairs at each area. About 100 feet down the corridor from there, there's, like, the rooms where people would stay. It like a T intersection, so there's, like, a room here, and then they go off to the sides. There's no one out. Like, there's no one at the tables playing, like, Parcheesi or chess or anything. It smells old and stale. There's dust on most of the tables. The ones that have dust removed are literally areas where someone has, like, sat down and put their hands on the table. And there's like, an area for a dish and, like, hands and silverware. And you, like, see those marks in the dust.
Don't you have janitorial staff here?
He's like, we're a little overworked, sir.
You don't have any visitors. How are you overworked?
Because we have way more people here than we can care for.
Well,
We're
then why are
very
you admitting
loving
more
that
people?
way.
Greedy, that's why.
Well, clearly you could use the help of visitors, loved ones, and the like
No.
to help.
Listen, I don't set company policy here, okay? Our standards of care used to be higher, but they dropped after the owner declared some shit. Listen, talk to management. This isn't my problem.
Is there any kind of like imperial edict about the right to visit loved ones?
No.
Okay.
This is Taldor. This is like if the person is noble, there's probably like some nice laws.
Oh yeah, assuredly, there's definitely one that's like, if you have a beard, you have a right.
Do what
But
you feel.
So, the administration office is off to the left immediately after the entrance.
Okay,
The
we'll
door
go
is
there.
like closed. It says no admittance.
Yeah, and I like say to the guy, I'm like, you should have more pride in your work. You know, it's despicable.
He's like, I'm taking care of 6 old people right now, sir.
I mean,
And
once
by the
Sick?
way, we aren't accepting any new applicants. So
before this gets out of hand, why don't you go?
Right.
Why haven't you gone to the? Well, let's see. You don't have a sheriff, but you did have a mayor in town, right?
well, last time I was on break, which was like a week ago, I'm pretty sure they told me they lynched the mayor.
All right, they
Yeah,
lynched
there's
him.
some long story. Apparently, he was like sleeping with somebody's wife, and then said he wasn't. And I just don't
Oh,
care.
been there, been there. Oh.
Listen, I need to get back to work. I don't have time to talk to you.
Yeah, well, why don't
Okay.
you get to work and dust some of this stuff? I mean, I bet you got asthmatics in here. There's an inch of dust on this table.
He's already walking away. I think he's probably got the middle finger up the whole time too.
Like, I ought to RKO this bitch.
Gee. It is time for a change in management, I think.
I agree.
Clearly. Let's go up to that management office and tell them that this is completely unacceptable.
Yeah, we head off with our,
All right,
furious anger.
The door to the management office is closed and locked.
So
Why
we'll
not?
knock on it.
All right, you hear like a shuffling, and then like in a low whisper, there's some speech, and then probably a chair being pushed back, like the sound of a chair.
Mhm.
And the door opens after a jangle of keys, and there's a man standing at the door, and basically his identical twin sitting on another chair inside. They both look like Ryan Seacrest. And the first man is like, yes, what can I do for you?
Are you management?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Does he have
no,
a Does he have facial hair?
no visitors allowed here, sir.
Yes. That's
so we've
absurd.
heard.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave, sir.
I'm going to have to ask you to tell me who owns this facility.
So the two of them look at each other, and the one sitting at the chair kind of like shuffles his paperwork and says, this is a privately owned consortium, sir. Our lady would not want us sharing her identity.
Well, since I am in the market to purchase this facility,
It's not for sale, sir.
everything's for sale in Taldor. When the
The
price is
two
right.
of them look at each other again and like raise their eyebrows, and the first one at the door, who's still standing in your way and preventing you from entering, is like, it's not for sale, sir.
Do you see this? Do you see this mustache? I am Frederick William Mayfield the 14th of the Opera Mayfields. I am interested in buying this facility to add to the Mayfield family holdings.
Sir, I don't know how many times to tell you this. This facility is not for sale.
You could
He's
probably
gonna
try.
get angry.
You could try 4 more times, but what you could also do is tell us what exactly is going on here. There's dust everywhere. There's nobody about. Everybody here says that everybody, well, we've met so far, one person is overworked. There are way too many people. Clearly, there's a problem going on. And if you're in
Yeah, it's like
charge,
my ex-wife's house.
The two of them look at each other.
this is your
and
responsibility, right? You
Two
want
of
to
them
fix
look at each
this.
other. The first one is like, quality of care has dropped as we have been cutting costs. It's part of our new rollout of standardized features.
That's-
If
I'm
your
about to
quality
standard-
has declined, wouldn't that make the desire to sell that much greater so we can improve the standards around this facility?
The two of them turn and exchange a look again, and the one sitting at the chair with the paperwork says, "Sir, I don't know how to emphasize this more clearly. Our owner is not looking to sell in any way. He is." And then he's like, "She is very glad of her purchase."
Is it here?
Is this owner of yours, Mr. Dern Fazamath, who could be a man, since you said he by mistake when you meant she?
the two of them look at each other and are like, Durn Fazimuth is a guest here. He is not the owner of this facility.
Oh, so it is a man.
So they look at each other again, and they're just... The one at the chair is like, he, in reference to Durn Fazimuth, is not the owner of this facility.
Look, guys...
The one standing at the door is like, Sir, language is a societal construct, and, well, I may be having trouble getting my point across. I'm sure you understand exactly what it is I'm trying to say here.
You're
This
trying to
facility
say
is not
this is not for sale. Yes, I got that. That's why I wish to speak to your superior to have a more formal conversation about this matter.
He points to the sign on the door that says no admittance. He's like, our owner is not under any interest to take on new clients or entertain any offers of sale.
Tell me this: Are you telling me you're not going to tell this here nobleman who is your direct superior? I think that's against the law, right?
So, at this point, one of the guys whistles, and 3 nurses, who are all men, all come out with, like, bats. and they're all, like, well-used bats. They've got, like, leather straps to, like, hang around the wrist and attach. And, the first guy standing at the door is like, Mongo, Pongo, Tongo, please escort these guests from this facility. Use standard force if necessary.
I'm like, these 3 punks couldn't get a catheter in me.
I'm going to have to ask you gentlemen to leave immediately, please. You're now trespassing upon our property.
We have a relation in here.
We're gonna need to get...
the first guy is like, I have told you repeatedly that there are no visitors allowed in this facility currently.
I wish to remove my relation from this premises. If you will not sell it, as you've made very clear, and my relation is not being treated with adequate quality of care, I wish to remove Mr. Fazimuth.
So at first he was like, okay, and then he said Fazimuth, and he's like, now I know you're lying, sir. Durn Fazimuth has no living relatives. He's under special care here. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave immediately. I don't know what game you're playing, but
we're trying to make sure that everything is okay with him.
The 3 men with clubs are like,
wait a minute.
Let me repeat what you just said.
How does anyone know these people are even alive or exist if no one in the world can see them?
So the 3 nurses approaching, they're like, that's not your problem, sir. Just leave the
no, I think
now.
it is my problem.
Look, let me repeat what you just said about language and construct and all that.
I think at that point, all
crap.
3 nurses like start rushing towards Peronin to like push him out of the facility.
Hey, don't you?
Can Dredd say something yet?
Yes, go ahead.
He's gonna use his I am the law to get them to stand down.
Okay.
I am the law!
So what are you saying? What command are you giving?
Being like, back off. As soon as they take an aggressive move forward.
Go ahead. Alright, I believe I have a couple options here.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of them is continue attacking, right?
Yep.
Alright, they immediately begin beating the hell out of Peronin.
But
Peronin, what would you like to do?
Against them.
I am going to protectively curl up in a ball so they can't get to any of my soft bits.
That sounds like you're using con to endure this.
Yeah.
Attack. Go ahead.
Partial success.
Alright, what happens? Let's see here. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I think you literally stumble at this point. So, yes, you can curl up protectively into a ball, but if you do, you're going to trip Red as well. Like, when you go down, you like roll into him. Or, you can leave yourself open, but you're not going to cause Red to fall.
No, I just curl up into a ball, and probably like one of the guys kicks me, and I like roll into the back of his leg or something.
Yeah, Red, you're knocked face flat onto the floor as a result.
Okay.
Okay.
All
I'm gonna
three of
use
these
this-
men are like raising their beating sticks, and they're like, "Listen, old man, you need to get out of this facility right now and take your kids with you. Tired of this shit. We've told you you're not allowed in here."
I'm gonna step in between them and Peronin with weapon drawn. And like, you are attacking an unarmed man. Stand down. And I'm gonna be defending Peronin.
Okay, go ahead.
9.
Okay, I think you
So
get
I
like
have-
one hold.
1 hold.
All right, so the administrators are like, Mongo, go run outside, find one of the deputies, tell them that we've got some men here attempting to hold an old man hostage.
That would be a lie.
Yeah, I like roll back up to my feet, and I'm like, all right, where are they? Where are you keeping these folk? I don't even think they exist. And I'm like gonna try to barge past.
Okay.
You're suffering an awful lot of trouble for something that could be resolved in about a minute.
So
Let us take.
they're just like, you're not allowed in this facility. It's against company policy. You're making an
Well-
awful lot of trouble for something you can't do. But
Well,
while they're all
Screw
talking,
your company policy because lives are on the line.
Peronin, I think you probably need to make some sort of defy danger dex to not get your ass beaten while you're rolling past.
Okay,
them.
so I try to like slip through.
All right,
So
here are your
close.
options. You can literally slip past them, but like you get past them, but then you end up slipping on that like the dust. Probably like there's like an unclean oil slick from like lantern oil on the floor, or they push you back and you don't get past, but you also don't land flat on your back.
Okay, no, I think I'll shove past and just fall down again.
So you come out of
So
fetal position, you scramble forward to get past them, and you just hit an oil patch. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah, I just like Mario Kart out, like past him.
Yeah, I mean, one of the men like turns now and is walking over to Peronin to just start using the beat stick on him. The other one is like getting between the rest of you to keep you from interfering with this. And the third guy's exiting from a side door, like shouting, "Help! Constables! Help!
I want
Hostage
to
takers
run.
in the old folks' home!"
I'm an old man. Try to run so that the
Okay.
guy can't catch up and hit me. And I will also like go into a random door somewhere.
Well, which direction are you going? Straight, left, or right?
I'm gonna go straight. Like I don't really know.
All right, you open a door there. There's an old woman inside, like knitting a sock with like a happy cat face on it. Just like, "Oh, hello, sir. How are you?"
I'm like, I'm very well. How are you today?
I'm terrible.
I want to.
I haven't seen my family for so long. Are you my family?
Like I would like to help you see your family.
Are you my
Are you
husband?
being ill treated, dear? My
It's
dearest.
like, I don't remember.
Well, is anyone muddling around with you in any funny ways?
She's like muttering around with me. No.
Muddling around, like doing weird talking to you or sprinkling, I don't know, blood or anything on you.
Someone changes my bedpan every 2 days. Does
2
that count?
days.
Mm.
I just like shake my head.
That's about when I normally see people. They just slide my food underneath the door now.
Jesus Christ, it's like solitary confinement. This is terrible.
I think that's about the time when the man who was chasing you catches up.
Yeah.
I chase after him because I'm defending him.
Okay, yeah. While you're doing that, the first man, the guard that was like cutting the rest of you off, tries to block you. How are you getting past him, Melodonre? You can spend your one defense hold if you want to just completely negate that situation.
Don't need to do that. I'm going to. He's a big. What is he? A big guy, small guy,
A large man, probably about 6 feet tall.
large man. Okay, and there's a lot of dust and slippery floor as we've already established.
Yep.
I'm just gonna run straight at him, and then at the last minute, I'm going to break into a slide and go between his legs.
Okay.
Keep on running.
That sounds like some Dex bullshit.
Yep. Elven Dex bullshit. 11.
Okay, yeah, it works. All right, you get up there. The man is preparing to hit Peronin in the back of the head. What are you doing, Peronin?
I am going to try to let's see. I'm just gonna try to like grab it and like rip it from his hand and disarm him.
Maybe Dex?
Strength? I don't know. Dex?
Okay, strength, sure.
This one strong
Now
old
roll
man we
strength.
got here.
Yeah, you can get the weapon from him, but in the process, he's going to hit you in the face with it. Or you can just fumble with him for a bit, and it kind of comes out to nothing.
All right, I'll just like try to hold on to it then. Like we're both just like struggling over it for a moment. Okay.
All right. So to illustrate the situation, the administrators are still in the room, and the man who you were talking to has already sat back down, closed the door in your face, and gone back to doing paperwork.
That's the Ryan Seacrest guy?
Yes, Ryan Seacrest brothers.
The Ryan
One
Seacrest brothers,
guard is in between the one nurse is in between Red and Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, cutting them off from getting to Peronin and Aladomar, who are contending with another guard, in the room of an elderly woman knitting cat socks.
Red will draw his sword, and at the orderly, whatever you want to call him, he's going to be like, "Look, son, I'm going to give you one chance to not die today."
So he looks at you. He's like, "You would seriously murder me?" I don't believe it. You're not just going to murder somebody for doing their job.
I don't normally show mercy.
He's just like, put your weapon down, okay? Put your weapon down. And I'm sure we can discuss this with the police before they arrive.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. He
there
is
no
the
sheriff.
law.
He is the law, and there's no sheriff in this town.
The man
So,
like
I
rolls his
suggest
shoulders and he's
We
like,
have this conversation now.
he's like, we will not have this conversation at all. Just leave. We'll bring your friends outside once we're done beating them unconscious. They'll be fine.
So,
That's funny.
would it be the same check to like sunder his whatever he has?
You want to like attack his weapon?
Yeah.
Sure. It would be probably hack and slash.
Wait. Allow me to underscore this for you, Judge D. Red. You see, I have prepared just the perfect song for this. You see...
I want to point out that this is Judge G. Red preparing to attack, and you're literally like, wait, I'm going to tell you a song, but first a story about that song. Go ahead. So the guys are literally incredulously looking at you, while the one in the back is still trying to beat Peronin, and here you are telling the story of your song. But go ahead.
You're like, let me sing you this song. It has artist commentary.
You see, once upon a time, in the shadows of a golden age, there was a generation that waits for dawn. But they were brave and they carried on, for they were bold and they were strong. You see, not only the young can say, but they're free to fly away. They share the same desire as us, burning like wildfire. Save them, Judge D. Red. Save the older generation. They're seeing their promises through the promises.
If you fail
They know
this,
it very well.
If you fail this, somebody's going to start singing Teenage Wasteland.
Come on, Arthur. You've
I'm on
been
it.
giving me so much hell about not having proper lyrics that I went out of my way.
I know. Let's
Hey,
do it.
manipulate-
hey! I just
Roll
want
that
to
shit.
point out here because I'm a miserable douchebag that the name of the song is not Teenage Wasteland. It's
Okay,
Baba
well listen.
O'Reilly.
Whatever, man. Go ahead and roll your song.
It's only Teenage Wasteland.
So-
Boom! Done. 12.
Here's one problem, actually. I forgot to ask what effect you were and what.
Oh,
ally you were
sorry.
targeting.
The plus 1d4 to damage, obviously.
Okay. All right, Red. Well, fortunately, you're not making a roll to do damage. You're making a roll to sunder his weapon. So
Doesn't
now
That's
you
plus
will
24
actually hurt him
forward.
in the process.
So hack and slash. And then if I can use my +1 forward from,
Yes, you can.
then that'll be a 10.
Yeah, you destroy his weapon, and in the process, the splinters of it get in his eyes. Roll a d4.
All right.
Yeah. So he turns to run out the door his other comrade left at and begins shouting for the constables as well.
And then at that, Red will run down toward Peronin.
Okay, all right. I feel like this is a good spot to take a break at. I want to point out here, you guys are not the heroes in this situation.
Well,
Obey the
point out-
law.
these people are mistreating the elderly. How would a good person react to that? We can't just.
Legally?
What are we gonna do? Tell the authorities? There are no authorities.
Let me ask you something. All right, you go to an old folks' home in real life. All right, you see the
I'm a
elderly are being
confused old
mistreated.
man, Arthur.
You pull out your nunchucks and you begin beating the orderlies. Yes, no.
Well, in
They
real
attacked
life,
us. They literally said,
no.
we're going to beat up your friends and throw them out of the place unconscious.
Yes.
If
After
you
they
wanna
were like,
actually
please.
compare
They were like,
this,
please get off of our private property.
we
Repeatedly.
already
in real life, you have a right to see your loved ones.
and
Yes,
they're
but not
mistreat-
here. Not in
They're,
Feldor.
they're
I'm
mistreating.
saying, in real
Completely
life,
wrong.
there is no proper allegory here.
See, people pay a certain price to stay at an old people home, and they're not getting the treatment they have paid for. You know, the old guy died. We're worried that a friend of a friend is going to die from whatever disease or something because being treated horribly. We've seen one woman who hasn't been able to see her loved ones in forever. Her
Because they're
bedpan
dead.
is emptied every 2 days, and her food is slid.
Oh,
See,
that
they're-
woman. Yeah, yeah.
These
And-
people are
I want to
prisoners.
point out,
and
however,
being
that
mistreated.
Eladamre doesn't know about that.
But
I was
they
right
wanted to
behind him.
talk they wanted to talk to the police, and let me see. Yep, Oaks is above me. He is the police. So
No, he's the law. He's not the police.
There is no police. The sheriff. There's no sheriff.
Roxanne, you don't have to put
Maybe
out
that's
the red light.
So we're gonna make sure that that people are actually okay, and if we start opening rooms and find people in worse condition than that woman, we're gonna have some problems here. I
I'm
don't.
gonna report this facility to the authorities,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
they're gonna
already-
make them sell it.
I mean,
I was pretty
they-
sure they were just making dungeon rations out of the old people, but I was proved wrong. They have old people there.
Wow. Okay. All right. On that note, we're going on break. We'll be back in
Okay.
about 10 minutes.